when did you fall in love with like women in hip hop? Okay. So I have trivia. So,
Oh, I
let's go.
forgot it was trivia today.
Did you do something different?
Yeah, I had a song picked out,
Okay, you
and
can
I was
still do
like,
your
"Oh, she's
song.
gonna." I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna trip her up." Okay.
You can still do your song. That's okay.
Okay.
But I'm gonna do my trivia. Okay. This female rapper, though not an official ambassador of the brand, was the first rapper, male or female, in the first Black person period to be a Dior ambassador and used for an entire collection by the famous fashion designer John Galliano. Do you know who it is?
I'm gonna guess Cardi B.
No, this is way before Cardi B. This time.
Okay.
You want to try again?
Um, way before Cardi B. What's way before Cardi B? Like in the 90s?
A little bit later than the 90s.
Okay. Cardi or
Yes.
is it Missy Elliott?
No, but you have the right era.
Lauryn Hill?
No.
All right.
So
Who is it?
it's Foxy Brown.
Oh, okay. Actually, yeah, that makes sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and give me your song lyric.
All right. Let me see. I'm trying to do it in their voice. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Laid up on him like we on the court. Hold up. Second game had me going hoarse. Dick so good, got asked for more. Woods in the fifth while we on the porch. UK only time I pass a port.
Is this Megan Thee Stallion?
No.
Oh my god.
You know I ain't doing no back and forth. Laid up on him laid up on him like we on the court. Second game had me going hoarse. Dick so good, gotta ask for more. Woods in the fifth while we on the porch. UK only time I pass a port.
Is it Sweetie?
It is not. I'll give it. It's a feature on a
Okay.
song.
Damn. Okay. Go ahead. Give me a hint.
Okay. This is for this artist is from Saint or no, the artist that she's featured on is from St. Louis. And
Okay.
it's an R&B ish type of song.
Oh my god.
I'm finally tripping you up.
I don't know. I have no clue.
Okay. So that was uh Fenty Sex by Smino featuring Dreezy.
I never would have guessed that.
Do you not listen to Smino?
I mean, I do, but I feel like I never would have guessed that. Like, I don't
Okay.
think that would have been one that I would have
Maybe I'm
guessed.
also not maybe I'm also not doing it justice. That's
No,
probably part of it
you
too.
probably are. You probably are, but I never would have guessed it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hi everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Where My Girls At. How
Hmm.
are you? What's up?
I'm just so happy that it's summer, or at
Yes.
least feels like summer. Like we had our
Yes.
first cookout of the season yesterday,
Love that.
and good vibes. And then I've been in New York. I'm going to New York this weekend and was there the weekend before. I got my wedding dress, which is very exciting.
That's so
Um,
exciting.
but yeah, no, things have been good. It's just like the weather is nice outside and it's time to like hang out, like be on a
Exactly.
rooftop.
It's
What
so
about you?
hard for me to go to work when it's nice because it's like, damn, like I just want to be chilling. I just want to hang out, you know?
Right.
Like I just want to
Like,
be
I'm not trying to
out.
be here.
I'm not trying to be in the house. I'm not trying to be anywhere. Like I just want to be outside, just in the weather. Like
Mm-hmm.
enjoying the weather.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I've been like really literally just enjoying the weather. Just like, you know, just hanging the fuck out, and just enjoying summer. Like I'm trying to get back into like grind mode, like I'm trying to get
Mm.
back on my shit. Oh my god, but I'm just like, oh, I just want to lounge. That's how I feel.
Well, didn't you book some short film, right?
I filmed it yesterday. Yeah.
Okay. How was
I
that?
booked a short film. It was really nice. It was through this organization and they do all this support for or like they like mentor young black women or young black girl like teenage girls who are filmmakers and like they produce their films and get them like professional crews and like
Oh, that's
industry
awesome.
professional helps and they let the girls direct the film. So I got to be in one of them. And it was just really sweet to like see these girls. Like they're so young. And then or like the director, she was so young. And like then everybody else in it was just like professionals, and I just thought it was
Yeah.
really cool. It was just really fun to be able to do that. And yeah, and it was also just really cool to like book something, because I really I've been hoping to book something because it's
Yeah.
just such a strange climate right now. Like
That's what I've
trying to,
been hearing.
yeah, it's just weird. But you know what? It is what it is. I had a great time. I'm really excited about it.
That's
Um,
cute. That's cute.
so yeah, I can't wait till it comes out and then I can share. Who knows when that'll be? But we have
Yeah.
some stuff to get into.
A lot
Let's
of
get into
stuff.
some hot topics. Girl, wait, look at what we have to talk about what Megan Thee Stallion just posted on her Instagram. I'm gonna read this.
Oh, hold on.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna read this because she's been getting left and right, just like lots of harassment. Like
Mm-hmm.
because Tory Lanez is trying to start this new campaign to get pardoned from jail, and he's rallying and paying all these bloggers to sign a petition to get him out of jail. And so
Oh,
she posted like today. At what point she posted this on TikTok? At what point are y'all
okay.
gonna stop making me relive being shot by Tory? At what point are Tory and y'all fans gonna stop lying? Like, how much is the check to keep harassing me? Why is this happening every day? 1 minute, him/y'all said I was never shot. Now y'all letting him play in y'all face again and say I was shot, but it wasn't him. Oh, okay. I'm sick of this shit. Leave me the fuck alone. He ain't dare get on that stand and deny he shot me, and that was his choice because he knows he did that shit. I don't give a fuck about a blog or a bot. Why in the fuck would me, Megan Thee Stallion, have to lie on this motherfucker about shooting me? How y'all mad at the person that got shot? Facts are facts. He did it. It was proven in court. Fuck the hate campaign on the internet. Tory, you shot me. Ain't no new fucking evidence. Y'all been saying the same shit for years. Tory, please leave me alone. You a fucking demon. I'm off this silly ass internet shit. Bye.
Wow.
That is insane.
I feel so bad for her.
That's all you can say is like, I feel so bad for her because she has so much good going on in her life. And he's literally masterminding this campaign trying to get himself freed from prison. I don't even believe he was really stabbed. I think it's a lie.
You
Where's the
think it's a
proof?
lie?
Where's the proof he was
Mm-hmm.
stabbed? Where's the proof he was
Right.
stabbed? Where show me something. Why hasn't the prison spoken on the fact that he was stabbed? If he was really stabbed. Ain't nobody
Mm.
stabbed that motherfucker. And if they did, they didn't get him good enough. They should have killed him.
Oh my
Fuck it.
God.
Fuck it. They should have got him better. Hit an artery
Oh
next time if you
man.
really bad. Hit a vital
Ooh.
organ. You know what I mean? Like, I don't believe it. I just don't believe it, but I feel so bad for her. And I think it really does
Yeah.
tie into our main topic today, talking about like
I was
mental
about to
health.
say.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's really like topical but I just like how like at what point do people just leave her alone? Like I feel like she's gotten it so much worse.
Exactly.
Like people move on from shit all the time, but it seems like the
Right.
harassment of her over this one thing that happened to her, by the way, of which she was a victim has been so constant. Like, she can't escape the shit.
Right. And like give it a rest. Like, I don't know. It's only been like what, 4 or 5 years, I
It's
feel
been a
like, since
long
this.
fucking time.
And it's like there's so much that's happened in between that
Yeah.
I I don't get it.
Yeah.
I really don't. But it is very topical for like our conversation later on. So
Absolutely.
we'll have to go back to it.
It's crazy to me though, because people really, really, really believe it. Like, you go to like social media and you're looking under like these fucking posts and they're like, oh, we hate this bitch. She's lying. Like all the, oh my God, like what the fuck?
Right.
Oh my
And you
God.
have no stake in this, like
No
just to like
stake
ruin
in this. And
somebody's
you're just
day. Like,
harassing her. You have no stake in this.
yeah.
You're just harassing a random woman. And this is, it's just crazy because it's just like, it feels like it's happening all over again. You know, like it's amped up. But the nigga
Right,
is
right,
doing his, he just gonna have to do the whole 10 years, you know? Like, I don't know when he's eligible for parole. This nigga not getting out of prison. What don't people understand about that?
right,
He's
right.
not getting out of prison. Why can't we just let it go? He's criminal.
Yeah.
None of you are attorneys. None of you are investigative reporters. None of you know how to truly read all these documents. The nigga is guilty. Please, plain as day on all three
Right.
counts, by the way. Oh, you can't feed too much into this. I think she absolutely needs to
No.
stay off of the internet. Um,
100%.
because it's just not good, you know, like you gotta have a different relationship with it once you get to the point where people start hating you for no fucking reason like that. I just truly
And I
find
feel
it
like she was talking I was gonna say, I feel like she was talking about this a little bit, even outside of this, like what we were talking about last time about like with her music. She's like, this relationship has to change
it
in general
does.
too.
It does.
So it's
I
on all
agree.
sides.
I think she just needs to let it out, let it go, you know, like let the
Mm-hmm.
whole thing go. But moving on to some good news, some hot topics. So, like I predicted, Megan Thee Stallion has
Oh,
released a Hot Girl Summer swim line because remember, she said she's the curator of Hot Girl Summer. She's curating this
right.
Hot Girl uniform, and she's come out with a Hot Girl swim line for Walmart. And all of the pieces range in price from like it looks like 16 or $17 to like about 30 or $40. So it's a pretty affordable line. What did you think when you
Yeah.
looked at it? Are you into it? Do you see yourself buying any of the pieces?
So I didn't see the swimwear. I was trying to look it up. Ah, okay, here we go. I don't know. Actually, I really like this purple. The purple was really cute. The
The
purple
purple
beach
is
bikini.
cute.
I like that color. This feels very her.
Yeah.
This feels very her.
I definitely
Um,
agree.
I don't know. I don't know if I would. I always have a problem with swimsuits in general as a larger chested woman.
Yeah.
So I probably would, but I think that these look very much on brand for her.
They
What
look
about you?
very on brand and I think it's like way overdue for her to like have a like swimwear line. Like I feel like this is something she should have had years ago. So it makes
Lucky.
100% sense that she has a swimwear brand. It makes like it fits her brand and she looks so motherfucking good. Like she looked good in
Yeah.
this shit, okay? Good as fuck.
Mm.
So I'm very proud of her. She was talking about her swimwear line for Who What Wear magazine. Like for she did an
Hmm.
interview with them, and in the interview she's talking about how she's cooking up new music.
Right.
And she also did an interview with Entertainment Tonight. She's like Doechii is, you know, they're actually talking about it, actually collaborating. She's curating an experience with Airbnb. Her and Doechii are also doing separate Airbnb experiences. How cool is that?
So what is these Airbnb experiences? Because I feel like I see them, but I don't really fully get it. Like, is this something you sign up for?
I
That it's like a
think you
lottery
have to.
system?
I think it's like a lottery thing because I remember Doja Cat did a
Yeah.
similar sort of thing. She did a similar sort of thing where she had like an intimate concert with like fans or in an
Right.
Airbnb, like because Airbnb is really trying to like, you know, revamp their image. Um because like nobody fucks with them anymore. Like so I feel like they're trying to revamp their image and they're using all these celebrities to really curate the new brand to bring people back to Airbnb. But that's not the
Yeah,
fucking reason that people stopped, using Airbnb. It's all them ridiculous ass fucking fees.
I
Get
was
rid
about
of
to
that shit.
say,
But this sounds really cool though. Like she just seems like she's in such a good place, and she's talking about the swimwear lines. Like she's like, I'm inspired by Naomi Campbell and Tyra Banks and things that made me feel good. Obviously, she wants like, for her brand to be global. Like she talks about like, I want this hot girl shit to be worldwide. I don't want it to be only
mhm,
one thing. Like this brand is big now. Like, and that's why this whole thing with Tori also doesn't make sense because like what this is a
they're not
mega
even
fucking
on the
they weren't even on the same level
same.
then.
Even then, I was about to say, like, they're not even in the same conversation.
Like it's crazy. Like this is a global fucking brand. Megan Thee Stallion, a millionaire. Fucking Tory Lanez could never,
So never, yeah.
could never, never. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Me
Um.
either.
Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about
Hmm.
what do we want to talk about? Do we want to talk about the Airbnb experience specifically and what they're saying it's going to be? Because it kind of sounds very cool. I'm going to read it. So
No, it seems cute.
what it says is like she's bringing her otaku. I don't know how to otaku hot girl experience, and you have to request it. Like you have to request to do it, and they want to make you download the fucking Airbnb app to like request to do it. Basically, what it says is like she wrote, this is what she wrote. I love a good cosplay moment. My passion for anime has always been front and center, and even in my music. It's more than entertainment. It's a way to express different sides of myself, shape shifting into whoever I want to be. And I want that for you. But to activate your inner otaku, you got to earn it. Complete my otaku hottie quest to unlock a whole new persona. Welcome. What you'll do is welcome to the Otaku verse, a dimension I created where your otaku hottie journey officially begins. Everyone starts with an empty quest bracelet. Oh, so this is like a fucking video game. Child, you lost me. If you bring the right energy and serve the best looks, you'll collect charms along the way. I'll be your senpai, an official hype hottie, awarding special charms needed to level up like a stallion charm. And then when you arrive, okay, so I think this is what's it's like a in person kind of like role playing
Yeah.
kind of thing. When you arrive, the butler will greet you with a letter for me to set the tone. And then there's a quest. There's a locker room, and you're going to create anime fits from the locker room. Then the
No.
lava lounge. It's a floor is lava course where you'll split into teams and snatch as many treasure chests as possible. Then you'll do Mortal Kombat on Xbox against each other. Then there's a ramen bar at hers, and then at the bar there's chicas divertidas, a smooth and sultry tequila.
You know
um
what? Good for her.
I mean, this is kind of insane. I
I
low
mean,
key am
like, I
like, should
mean,
I
she's
sign up? I don't want to do no fucking obstacle course shit. Like I'm not on that shit
way
though.
more involved than that than what I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, I
Like,
didn't think
I thought they were gonna be having ramen and like
just
talking.
listening to music and like
Yeah,
it's a party. No, bitch. It's a whole motherfucking. I feel like I should sign up. I can't do all that though. Like I'm not about to. I'm not about to be running around and jumping through hoops and shit. That's not.
yeah.
That's
I
not
hope
gonna
they have
happen.
fun though. I hope they have fun though.
I hope everybody who gets it has fun. Moving on. So Lotto, she released her new song
Mm-hmm.
Somebody, which we will talk about. And now she has
Mm-hmm.
a collaboration with Body by Raven Tracy, who's like I guess she creates these like tracksuits. They're pretty basic, but they say body
Okay.
on the booty. And I think it's
Mm-hmm.
like super big among like the Instagram girlies, like the Fashion Nova models, like the
Uh,
girls who do that kind of thing. Like they love her, Body
okay.
by Raven. And so Lotto's collaboration on the front it says some, and on the butt it says body, and they're in green and yellow. So all the bitches gonna eat this shit up in Jamaica. Like, and
Oh yeah.
Lotto loves Jamaica, bitch. Like,
He really does.
she really do love Jamaica. So I don't know, like that's really cute for her. It looks pretty basic though. Like I don't know if
Yeah,
it's
I'm looking
something I
at their
would buy.
website.
because I guarantee you, if you go to the site, like Raven by Tracy's site, it's kind of
Yeah.
it's like it's overpriced for like what it is. Like it's pretty basic shit. It's probably like a drop ship fucking like whatever, service that she's buying from. And
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like, I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not paying for this. But it's, I'm happy for Lotto. Like I love
I
her.
mean, yeah, I was like happy for Lotto, but yeah, this stuff does not look like it's gonna last a season.
It's
So,
not gonna last anything. Like you really it's not gonna happen. Um,
but she looks cute.
huh?
I said, but she looks cute, so
But she looks
go her.
cute. Her and her sister always look cute. Okay, let's move on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so No Name. She was supposed to
Mm-hmm.
do an event with Juneteenth, like a summer stage show, but they
Mm-hmm.
canceled it. They canceled it. And this is coming a week after Kaylani, her summer stage concert was also canceled. So what they're saying is the mayor says that there were security concerns. And she was supposed to, No Name was supposed to headline. I think Kaylani was supposed to headline one day, and then No Name was supposed to headline another day. But what they said, this was their statement. They said City Parks Foundation Summer Stage did not cancel the Juneteenth / No Name benefit concert originally scheduled for June 18th. The cancellation is a matter between Live Nation, the producer of the concert, and the artist. A reason for cancellation was not provided to Summer Stage, but this comes after Kaylani got pulled off of a performance at Cornell for her comments
Uh-huh.
about Israel. She basically said,
Oh.
because they were saying that she was espoused anti-Semitic sentiments, because basically she was saying free Palestine, and they don't like it when you
Oh.
say that. So Kaylani released a statement and she was like, I'm not anti-Semitic or anti-Jew. I'm anti-genocide, anti-actions of the Israeli government, anti-extermination of an entire people, anti-bombing of
Mm-hmm.
innocent children, men and women. That's what I'm anti. How crazy is it that that's a controversial statement?
No, exactly. And it's horrible that these like repercussions are happening. And it's not, and I don't even think that's just like, that's not agnostic to just like music. It's students who are unfortunately going through this, like the
Yeah.
censorship that comes with
People are having
this
their
topic.
degrees revoked. People are
Yeah.
like getting arrested by ICE. Like I feel like it's never been crazier. Like this shit is like it's so
No.
scary, but it's like you can't like, you know, falter on your principles over some money. A lot of people do that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people do that. And, that's
Right.
them. But I really do respect No Name and Kaylani for like sticking to their fucking guns. Like,
Totally.
it's really not crazy to say free Palestine. Like, the land doesn't belong to you. Get the fuck out they shit. Like, what's so difficult about
Mm-hmm.
that? You can't just come in here and say, oh, I live here because Jesus promised it to me. Who the fuck are you? The fuck out of
Mm-hmm.
here. So no, but seriously, like I think it's crazy that it's such a controversial
No, it is.
statement to support Palestine when they're murdering children every day. They are literally
Literally.
starving these people, and now they're trying to relocate them. Like that's what are you talking about? You can't tell me I have to leave. This is my home. So moving on. Free Palestine, obviously, and all
Yeah.
of the places that are, experiencing this kind of
Right.
genocide.
Everything that Kailani said, like,
Like, truly, it's not
anti.
crazy to say that. And it doesn't make you anti Semitic. Like, how are people turning this into an anti Semitic thing because we're saying stop murdering people? Like, what?
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. So Doja Cat has revealed her fifth album,
Mm-hmm.
V. Now listen, we know Doja Cat, and we know this bitch will change her mind at the drop of a fucking hat.
Right.
So we have to take everything that she says with a grain of salt. Because truly, like it could change tomorrow and it could be something different. But this is what
Mm-hmm.
she said. Doja Cat reveals her fifth album, V, will fully encapsulate the 70s and 80s sound with a modern twist. She says it harkens back to kind of the older stuff that I do in the sense of I love the 70s and the 80s and the sound of the 80s and the 70s. This is more like I'm really punching my foot through the wall into that sort of situation. It's not perfect in the sense of anything. All the different feelings I have when it comes to that era and that time. So, what
I
do you
felt like a bull and nothing.
that's it's I'm like that's she's saying a lot, but what are you thinking about it? Like what are you anticipating about this new Doja Cat album given that information?
I feel like hopefully it sounds like I don't know why like fun and flirty is like popping into my head.
Fun and
Like
flirty, something fun for the
very
summertime.
pop. Yeah, like very poppy and like light
Yeah.
music is what I'm getting from this. Because I guess I'm thinking about like some of her older stuff or like when we first like
Yeah.
was introduced to her,
Like
it
hot
felt very like
pink.
yeah, like bubblegum pop type
Mm.
of vibe. And so I feel like that's what I'm getting out of this.
I feel like she's going to lean into like 70s, like Studio 54, like 80s kind of sound. Like it's going to be dance music. It's going to be music you can do good coke to. Like you going to do Soul
I
Line.
was
You're
about
going
to
to do
say
like
like
Soul
Soul
Train.
Train, yeah.
Soul Train. You're going to do some Soul Train
Music.
dancing after you take this coke. Like that's the kind of music she's creating. Like that Bruno Mars sound.
That
You know,
Bruno Mars
but with some
Anderson pack.
flavor, to it, like some
I
Doja
could
Cat
see that.
flair. I always say, like, she's so fucking talented that there's almost nothing that she can't do. So I'm interested. I love the way that she continues to push herself as an artist. So I'm really interested to see what it takes. Like what it like I'm just oh my god, like I'm excited about it, but I'm also nervous because I'm like, I don't want people to compare it to Renaissance because that's gonna be the first thing.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I see what you're saying.
Like I foresee
Hmm.
it being in a similar vein of Renaissance. So there's
Hmm.
that. So what's next?
Interesting.
Okay, Rico Nasty did an interview for Sniffers magazine. I've never heard of this magazine in my life. But
Random.
but basically in this interview she was talking about like her career shifting and she went through a lot of shifts in her label and her management
Mm-hmm.
and now she has all these resources and she can play instruments on her music like she wants to and she like is getting rid of the personas. She's not cutting corners anymore. Like she's
Mm-hmm.
feeling back to herself. Like she's feeling like Rico Nasty is here. I'm
Right.
ready. I'm like so I think it's like I loved reading this interview because it seems like not one, she's in such a positive headspace, but two, she's
Right.
ready to attack this shit. You know,
Totally.
from
And I'm excited.
her own lane, And I really love
Mm-hmm.
that. Da da da. The BET Award nominations. Let's talk about the BET Award nominations because they just came out. Do 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 do, and it's coming on June 9th. Let's see which we have to go to the ones we care about because most of them we don't. Okay, so album of the year nominations are Some Sexy Songs for You, Drake and Party Next Door, 1111 Deluxe, Chris Brown. I never know he released an album. Um, Alligator Bites
Mm-hmm.
Never Heal, Doechii, Cowboy Carter, Beyonce, Glorious, Glorilla, GNX, Kendrick Lamar, Hurry Up Tomorrow, The Weeknd, and We Don't Trust You, Future and
How
Metro
was that
Boomin.
album? How was that album ended?
I don't know. Didn't that just come out last year? Like
Was it
that
last
came
year?
out the same year that GNX came out, and
You know what? You're
Glorious.
right. You're right. You're
These
right.
all came out in like the last year, so these make sense. The Chris Brown, I don't really keep tabs on that nigga. He's in jail now, and I'm very pleased about that. Where he should be
Uh,
with his abusive ass. Um, Obviously Beyonce's going to take this home. It, I don't even know. Like, it's
Um,
not even she's going to take it home. Do you have doubt about Beyonce taking it home?
I could. You don't think GNX would be a contender?
I think
Like,
if it wasn't going to be Beyonce, that would be the only like not and I like none of these other ones are even in like close. Like it's not happening for
yeah,
them. It's not happening for them. But I see those as being like the top two.
yeah,
I think it's really interesting and it speaks to Glorilla, her staying power that her album is, and she's been getting nominated for so many things from this album. And she's talking about how she's working on a new album, like album number 2 is loading. I don't think it's time for that. Like, I think she needs to hold the fuck off
to chill
on the,
out, yeah.
she needs to chill out for a minute. Like, I just want her to keep running this album, like, baby, like, give it a little bit more life. It has a lot of life in it, that you haven't
Yeah.
used, and it's not even a year old yet. It's not time for another album. It's not.
Right.
Okay, next, best collaboration. The nominations are 30 for 30, SZA and Kendrick Lamar, Alter Ego, Doechii
Hmm.
featuring JT, Are You Even Real, Teddy Swims featuring Giveon, Beckham, D Bills featuring Kyle Rich, Kai Swervo, and KJ Swervo. Who the fuck? Um,
For the people.
Bless, Lil Wayne, Wheezy, and Young Thug, Like That, Future Metro Boomin, and Kendrick Lamar. Luther, Kendrick Lamar and SZA, Sticky, Tyler the Creator, Glorilla, Sexy Wet Red, and Lil Wayne, and Timeless, The Weekend featuring Playboy Cardi. Who do you think is going to win this?
Song just come out. I think I feel I could see like that winning.
I think it's going to be Luther.
Oh, really?
I think people
I don't know.
really,
I feel like I mean people do really like that song, but I
yeah,
feel like that really had like the streets on fire.
it could. It
Like,
could. It could. It
wow.
could. I could see it. I foresee that happening. I love that Alter Ego got a nomination because I run that song into the ground. Even still, like they really ate that shit up. Like it's
Yeah.
phenomenal. So the next list is best female hip hop artist, and this is actually the most nominations they've ever had in this category, like ever for best female hip hop artist. So the nominees are Cardi B, Doechii, Doja Cat, Glorilla, Lotto, Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, Rhapsody, and Sexy Red. There are like several people that I could remove from here based on this year alone. Like Cardi
Yeah.
B doesn't need to be
Cardi
in this
B needs to be
category.
out.
Doja
Yeah.
Cat, Meg, not Meg, but Nicki and Sexy Red. Like we can take them out. The rest of this would be like fair game.
Right. I would agree. I would agree. Yeah. It seems a little saturated
I
and
don't think
like
they
kind of
needed
just
to do all of that. Who do you think is gonna win though?
probably Doechii.
It's
I'm
gonna be
gonna say
Doechii.
Doechii.
But you know what?
Yeah.
I think I could see a world in which it was Glorilla.
I could see that too. I could see that too. But I feel like Doechii is riding a high right now.
Yeah,
So I could see her winning.
I really do. I think it's going to be a tie between those two. I don't think anybody else is going to win. Like it's not even close. So, video of the year nominees we have 3 a.m. in Tokyo by Key Glock, a bar song Tipsy by Shabuzi, After Hours Kaylani, Denial is a River, Doechii, Family Matters, Drake. That's crazy. Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar, Timeless, The Weekend featuring Playboy Cardi, and Type Shit, Future Metro Boomin, Travis Scott, and Playboy Cardi.
I don't even know who I think is gonna win.
I think it's going to be either Denial is a River or Not Like Us. Like, those are really the only two that the music videos really were as big of a moment as the song and made the song even bigger. The rest of these, I couldn't
Hmm.
tell you. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
There's no way
I
that
would agree.
it doesn't come down to those two. Um,
Yeah,
let's see. Video director of the year. None of these people matter to us. Best new artist. The nominees are crazy that none of our girls are nominated for best new artist. But maybe it's
yeah.
because they already won. Why the fuck is why the fuck is so the Dr. Bobby Jones Best Gospel Inspirational Award? Why the fuck is Doja? Why is Glorilla nominated for this? I said Doja Cat. Why is Glorilla nominated for this? Rain Down on Me, Glorilla featuring Kirk Franklin and Maverick City
I know
Music.
that's right.
Why the fuck is she nominated for a gospel award? Like, please. Okay, the Viewers
Kirk
Choice
Franklin.
Award. The Viewers Choice Award for music video. The nominees are Residuals, Chris Brown, Denial is a River, Doechii, Nokia, Drake, Like That, Future Metro Boomin, Kendrick, TGIF, Glorilla. I didn't think that was a good video. Not Like Us,
No,
Kendrick, Luther, Kendrick and SZA, and Broke. I think that's odd.
Brokey was. Yeah,
That's
Brokey was.
odd.
And did that was not a good music video.
Megan has had better videos than like a lot of these. A
Yeah.
lot of these.
No.
So it's odd that she's not nominated. I do think in this case, it's also a situation of either Denial is a River or Not Like Us. Maybe Luther.
I could see not like us taking this.
Yeah.
I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. I could
Yeah.
see that.
Okay. And then let's see. That's it. Those are the nominations
That's
for the
it.
BET Awards. I don't really care about the rest of this stuff. Do you want to move on to new
Yeah, we can.
music?
Yeah, yeah. Let's do it.
New music. We have a
Um.
lot of new music. We have fucking Doo Doo Garbage and Bia released a song. Um, Anicia released a song. Doechii hopped on in the Weekend song, Connie Diamond, Caribou, some new people, Kamaya, Little Sims, Rico Nasty's
Mm-hmm.
album, Lotto finally released her single that she's been teasing, Somebody. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Tia Corinne and Erica Banks released new songs. So let's just go through the list. Like, did you listen to the Doo Doo Garbage song featuring Bia?
Yes, I briefly heard it, was not impressed,
No.
kept it moving.
I was like, this is elementary. Like, the song is okay, but Bia is better than
Yeah,
this. She doesn't need to be dumbing
I'd
down
like
her
to think
bars for
so.
a nigga named Doodoo Garbage. You know? Like, she doesn't
Oh,
need to do that. Anicia released a song called No Scrub. What did you think of this?
it felt like I've heard this song before.
Yeah?
Like, I don't know. I didn't personally like it that much,
Yeah.
but it was just like I feel like something that I heard before, like something in passing.
To me, it felt like this was better than her last release, which, as we remember,
I mean, yeah,
awful, awful.
yeah.
I think this is more her speed. Like it feels like something for the hood. You know, like I think this sounds like
The
something
hood jam,
Shawty Low, a good hood
the
jam.
hood
But
jam.
doesn't it feels like something Shawty Low would have rapped on? Like I
Yeah,
think her energy on this is like much better. Like she seems much more confident about this song than that other song that she released with
yeah.
Glorilla and Caribou. I still didn't care for it, but there's that. Okay,
Hmm.
the Weekend, the Timeless remix with Doechii and Playboy Cardi.
I don't feel like she really added anything to the
Do
song.
you listen to the Weekend?
Not anymore.
I never listened
Like
to the Weekend.
I feel like after the Hills, I think
Yeah.
that's probably like the last song that I've like gravitated towards.
He stopped doing like coke in a depressed way, and I was like, I can't. It is not my vibe anymore. You know, I like depressed cokehead music from the Weekend. This isn't it. You
I
know,
get it. I get it. Yeah, and he's not even gonna go by the weekend anymore, right? Like
he goes
he's
by
changing up
Abel.
his I think so.
For me, I just don't like. It's just it's not good. You know, like I mean, it's fine. I guess the song is fine, but I feel like it was like, okay, what else? Like I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? When I heard it,
Hmm.
okay, Caribou released the song "Give Up" featuring Zucchini, and we need to talk about how this young man spells zucchini because I almost feel like it's not, you know, purposeful, and it's just how he's found
Purposeful.
it out phonetically because he don't know how to spell. He spells it Zukeene. Zucchini. A delicious vegetable, but
I love zucchini.
what?
Yeah.
Why would you spell this
Um,
like this?
trying to stand out, trying to start a conversation.
No, you're not starting the right conversation. Go back to the drawing board. No. Anyway,
No.
the
But
song was
this
boring.
song, yeah, I was just like, whatever.
She was, I mean, like, fine. Fine, I guess.
Hmm.
What about the HTBU song? It was Key Story featuring Sonny the Rapper. Did not care for this. I was just
Turn the
seeing it
TV
on
off.
social media. I did include this to be funny. I cannot lie. I just wanted
Okay.
to
I'm like, maybe
laugh.
I was like, maybe Mariah's trying to test me. Like if I actually like really like if
No,
I'm as open minded as I think I am.
no, I just included it to be funny. I just thought it was funny because it's so bad.
It's so
Anyway,
bad.
Kamaya released a song called "Play About You." I just didn't care for this, and
Also didn't like the song.
my thing is like, what's going on with Kamaya? Like, there was a couple years, man, when she was on fire.
Yeah.
What happened? Like, what is going on? I'm curious as to like what is happening with Kamaya's career in this present moment, and why did she not ride this West Coast wave that just happened last summer?
He actually I know. The last time I saw her, she actually performed at my school and she opened
Really?
up for what's her name? Janae Aiko.
Oh my god.
Um yeah. And I was like, she was good. She was a good performer, but yeah, I mean it was just all the same stuff though. So and the song was I was not impressed.
Not impressed with the song, so I don't know what's going on. The Little Sims um song Young, the music video, It was quirky. Didn't
It was
care for it.
quirky.
It was
It
quirky.
was very
Quirky and
quirky. That's the
fun.
right
The
word.
music video. These motherfuckers love playing in special effects makeup. And I love that. Keep them employed. Cause the weekend loves that.
Yeah.
It was quirky.
Um,
Didn't care for it. Let's talk about Lotto's song Somebody.
okay. I actually liked it.
Okay.
I thought it's like a cute summer song. Like it's not something that I think is gonna be on repeat for everybody, but
No.
it's like a cute song.
Yeah. I feel like okay, her sister directed the music video, which I thought was very cute. Like keep
Yeah.
keep your sister
Keep it in
employed.
the family.
Keep it in the family. Love that. I think this song is gonna grow on me like Big Mama did, you know?
Yes. I was thinking the same thing.
But right now it's not impressing me. To me, it's
I
like
yeah. Hmm.
it's just fine, but that's all it is. It's just fine. You know?
No, I felt the same way. When I listened to it, I was like, I feel like this is going to be like Big Mama too, because I returned back to that song and I was only listening to the back half when
Me
she was
too.
like rapping.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh, I actually kind of appreciate the song now.
Yeah.
So
It
I
took
think
a
it's the
minute
same
though.
thing.
But you know, and like she's rapping well on the song. I just don't particularly like it, you know?
Hmm.
I think the video was
That's fair.
great though. Great fit
She
for it.
looked great.
It was nothing
Yeah.
fancy, you know, super easy video to shoot.
Hmm.
What about the Tia Corinne song Ironic?
I didn't like it either.
I thought it was like, it's fine. It's not excellent. It kind of felt like she was trying to like merge her old sound with a new
Yeah.
sound that she's trying to foray into, like, and she's like caught in between. But it was okay. I'm not gonna say I hated it, but I did not like it. Like, I didn't love it.
Yeah.
What about the Erica Banks song? Oh, let's do it.
Get this girl out of this gas
Why
station.
the fuck?
Like,
That was the first thing I said. Why the fuck is she shooting a music video at a gas station?
get out of the gas station.
Get out of
Also,
the AM PM.
I also couldn't stop looking at her ass.
Her
Like,
big silly booty.
yes, I was like,
So
girl, why
fucking
did you do
huge.
this?
It was
Like,
why would she
and
do
then
some shit like that?
like as I was listening to the song, I was like, she's been out for so long, and I feel like there hasn't been another song of hers that I've just been like, yeah, like I have like faith in this career.
Yeah.
Like
It's
I'm
getting
just
to that point.
like this is it. Like this song, I was like, oh, this is like her all she's given us. Like this is all she can give.
That's
So
literally,
yeah.
and it's like, it's just not, it's not even as good as the one hit Bust It. You know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
it's, it's like, that was good, and it's been a downhill, like, tumble ever since.
Literally. Hmm.
And so I'm
So
just like, I don't give a fuck anymore. You
I'm
know what
not
I mean? Like,
interested.
I'm at the point where I'm just like, girl, okay, I don't care. Anyway, um, Rico Nasty's new album Lethal finally dropped. Let's talk about it. Uh, because I really liked it. I really liked the
Listen,
album.
you were messaging me. You're like, I'm going back.
I
I got
loved
like,
it. I thought it was short, you know, like I think I could see a couple songs where she does like remixes with some of the girls. Like I could see Megan Thee Stallion on songs. I could even see like Playboy Cardi or Lil Uzi on some of these songs that she did remixes. But I added a couple of these songs. Did you download any songs? Did you have any downloads?
I had no downloads.
None.
I did not like it.
Whoa!
I was getting ready listening to the album and I was like, is this could be the same album where I was like
No, I
saying that
really liked it.
I
Okay,
was not messing with it. Like I was like skip, skip, skip. Like,
wow. Okay, I have a couple
yeah.
downloads. I downloaded
Okay.
Grave, Soul Snatcher, Eat Me, Butterfly Kisses, and Teeth Sucker, yeah, 3 times. Those are all the songs
Wow.
that I downloaded from the album. Since you had no downloads, there's no need to go track by track. Let's talk about it.
Nah.
Let's talk about it. Like, what is your review of this album? This new album, Rico Nasty's back in effect. She's redefining her sound. What is your take on it?
So I feel like so since I didn't like the album, I think I'm going to be rating it a bit lower than you would. So
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a 5. And the reason why I'll give it a 5 is because I think that this sound is authentic to her.
Yes.
And so I think that like all of this, like I don't if she was to come out with this maybe a couple of years ago,
Mm.
I don't think it would have landed the same way and
Mm.
how people would have thought this is a Rico Nasty album.
Yeah.
So I'm giving it 5 for authenticity and like reshaping of like herself as a brand.
Yeah.
But and also I think it was also a good length as well. Like
I
15, it was
agree.
15 songs. I
Yeah.
think that was like a perfect amount of songs. But I don't know. I think it's just like maybe I don't necessarily gravitate towards like the panic panic on the
Panic at the
disco
Disco?
just do Panic at the Disco. I have a couple of Paramore songs, but like that's not necessarily like
Yeah.
my genre.
Totally get that. I feel that. I think I'm gonna rate it a little bit higher.
Right.
I think I'm gonna give it an 8.
Oh
I
wow.
really did enjoy it. You know, I felt like her energy was very contagious. Like I really feel like I've never felt more like a like hype bad bitch music listening to Rico Nasty than I have when I'm listening, or at least not in recent years. I haven't felt
Yeah.
that. You know, like I feel like
Mm-hmm.
the beats sound, pretty similar. I'll say that. And it
Okay.
does get a bit repetitive at times, but when she's spitting, she spit. Okay, and there's like not no denying that. And I think this album has a level of cohesion, to be honest, that I've never heard in any Rico Nasty album. Like so I think it stands apart. She's singing, she's rapping her ass off, she's talking shit, she's doing punk rock, she's doing rap, doing trap, doing Baltimore club, and it feels like so authentic to all the facets of who Rico Nasty is as a person, as an
Yeah.
artist, as a rapper. I love that she's not
Mm-hmm.
really compromising her sound on this album, and also not compromising her identity either, because she talked about that in her interviews about feeling pigeonholed and feeling like she has to stick
Okay.
to a persona, even if that's not who she is. And I agree with you. Like, I'm not upset by the length of it. I thought I would be, I was like, why is it only like 30 something minutes? Like, that's going to be weird. But I do think that when I was listening to it, all the songs felt complete. There were
Yeah.
several of them that I was like, I don't really like this, but I just thought it was so interesting. Like, I would love to know about like what kind of vocal training that she has, because she is
Mm.
screaming on this. And
Yeah.
if you watch her performance that she did for On the Radar, she sounds
Mm-hmm.
exactly like the recording. Like, how is she doing that without injuring her voice? Like, I
Mm-hmm.
want to know the technique behind it, because it's really fucking, it has to be intricate. Like, this is, she's has to be very skilled at this to be able to do it so
Right.
well, you know?
Mm.
So I
Yeah,
really did like it.
I think maybe that's also another aspect of it. I did not like the screaming.
Yeah. The screaming was too much.
I don't like being yelled at.
I
My
get that.
my
That's
my
fair.
headphones.
That's
But
fair.
those are good. Those are good points though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I was like, yeah, I was like, damn, Mariah's gonna be disappointed. I was like, I did
I'm not
not feel the same
disappointed.
way.
I'm not disappointed at all. You didn't like it. You didn't like it. That's
Yeah.
fair. I won't shove it. I won't shove it down your throat. I won't push it on you.
All right.
Um. Anyways, should we move on to our main topic?
Yeah, let's do it.
So May is technically Mental Health Awareness Month.
Mm.
And so we are talking, since it is Mental Health Awareness Month, and we've been wanting to talk for a while about mental illness and mental health and paranoia in rap music.
Mhm.
So that is what we are going to talk about today. So do we want to talk a little bit about our own mental health journeys, if you care to share any at all?
Yeah. Um, I guess I don't know where to I guess start. I think that like most people have had moments where feeling like overwhelmed or feeling like anxious at times. I think I can pinpoint more of those like during like high stress times of like school or even like some points within my career. But I have noticed that like, by one, having good community, like a lot of good friends around to talk things through, understanding that you're not alone, has really helped. But I also like to do a lot of journaling, which
Yeah.
has been able to aid in
Mm,
some of those times of like more high stress for myself.
yeah.
But I would say that's like probably like the extent of like, I guess, my mental health journey of just like recognizing the feelings, talking it out,
Yeah.
calling it out when I need to bring it up.
I was never like a journaler. Like for a long time, I was not a journaling person. I would only like journal if I felt like things had built up so much that I felt like I couldn't hold it in. But this year I've been journaling every single day. And when I say I know, and it's sometimes I won't even have anything to talk about. Sometimes I'll just be in there like writing a grocery list and then something will come up at some point. And it just feels like I'm recognizing now how that's been such a huge like component of my mental health journey this year of being so I feel like in the best mental head space that I've been in like several years, journaling. And I was always like, what if somebody finds this and they think I'm fucking crazy? And I'm like so scared of that, but I'm realizing like who gives a fuck? Like, bitch,
Really?
who they don't know you. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna return it to you with some shit. Um,
Yeah.
so there's that. I feel like I wasn't a believer of like
Mhm.
therapy or anything until I got to
Oh, okay.
college.
Mhm.
And it was senior year specifically. And you know how people freak out about senior year of college. Like, what the fuck is
Mhm.
next? Like, I don't know where I'm going. I'm not going to grad school. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, and you just
Right.
really start losing your mind. And I had to go to mental health services on my campus, which was so bad. Like they were literally like backed up like 8 weeks for appointments. But I learned a trick from my friend. If you go in there and you tell them that you're gonna kill yourself, they'll give you an appointment right away. And so that's what I did. And so that's what I did. And I got an appointment and I started seeing a therapist. And then she was like, we're going to put you on some medication. And so I started taking meds for the first time in college, like my senior year. And I'm such now like a big believer in that, like my daily Lexapro keeps me off people's ass. Like it really does keep me sane. Like truly and honestly, if when I'm going through withdrawal of Lexapro and I haven't refilled my prescription, I am not a pleasant person. I start breaking down and then I'm like, what's wrong with me? And then I'm like, oh, you're going through withdrawal, bitch. You need to get back on your medication. Um, so it definitely has helped me with my anxiety and my PTSD and just like general like dealing with that. So I feel like, I feel good about like talking and open about talking about my mental journey because I'm in such a good place now that I can reflect on
Yeah.
that. So speaking about
Mhm.
that, I want to know like has rap music played a role in your own mental health journey?
I wouldn't say necessarily. Like, I think if anything, it's more connecting to the artist when they are experiencing periods of like transition
Yeah.
where it's like, okay, like maybe I can relate to that. But
Mm.
honestly, I feel like I see it more of like getting another perspective into an artist that I like to listen to. But I don't think it's necessarily like aided me in terms of like my mental health journey.
That's such an interesting perspective because I've never thought about that way. Because I think for me, when it comes to it, I think rap has really played like a huge role in my mental health journey because when I would be feeling depressed or anything, and then I could go and listen to this music and really relate to, the things that they were talking about the struggle that they were going through, about hating themselves, about being scared and paranoid. And sometimes I would get that. And so I felt like it helped me relate to them and it all I don't know like it
Yeah.
made me feel validated in the things that I was feeling and it also made me
Mhm.
feel like I wasn't alone in struggling and being insecure or anything like that like cuz you hear people rapping about it and I don't know I feel like I really leaned on it during times of major depression just to feel some
Yeah.
validation that I wasn't alone in feeling that way.
No, that's so valid. Like, and I feel like there's this, um, I don't know if I'm going to be too general or not, but there's like this subgenre of, I feel like, black men
Mm.
who grew up listening to Kid Cudi
Yeah.
and when he was at his peak.
Yeah.
And they are like
deeply connected and entrenched with like Kid Cudi's story and like how
Mm-hmm.
they had gone through, I guess, boyhood
Yeah.
through like the eyes of him, which that's what kind of when you were talking about like during those some of your moments, I'm like, I feel like there's like a subgenre of like black men who are
Yeah.
big Kid Cudi adjacent.
Mm-hmm. I know what you mean. Because
You know what I mean?
I can imagine in my mind's eye, like three or four guys that I went to like middle school and high school with that like I'm thinking of like that. I know
Like
exactly what you mean.
deep cut Kid Cudi.
Yes, yes. Okay, so then moving on to the next question. Do you think rappers are paranoid? And or do you think they have a reason or right to be paranoid?
I think some of them are paranoid and some of them are valid. Like, I think especially like those who have grown up in maybe like lower income areas or were part of like gangs and like they talk about their experiences there growing up, definitely. But also I feel like Ebro asked like Dochi this too. Like he was like, you seem paranoid on your like album
Yeah,
because you keep talking about how like, oh, I feel like somebody's like out to get me. Like
yeah.
they think that I don't have this spot. And she was like, part of her, I feel like said that it's like maybe that's what all rappers feel is that
Mm,
like they kind of have this like I don't know, chip on your shoulder that it's like someone doesn't believe like I'm the best at what I do and I have to continually like prove them wrong.
yeah.
But I think that's like another phase of it. But I think yes and no. Yes and no.
I think I agree. Like I definitely feel like they're paranoid and I think their paranoia is in part due to like I mean there's just this target on the back of rappers sometimes, you know? Like
Mm-hmm.
and I mean like a literal target like they're being hunted almost, you know, they're being
Right.
targeted by like I feel like I don't want to say like drugs, like people are putting drugs in their hands, you know, but I do think there's a culture of that in rap and you see all these rappers overdosing, but I also think literally they're
That's
being
true. Yeah.
targeted, like people are being shot and killed, you know,
That's
and a
true.
lot of these rappers come from places and where you know they grew up and it was pretty rough like Kendrick talked all the time about having survivor's guilt you know and now he feels like
Mm,
you know people like might be out to get him because he was the one who made it out and I feel like
right.
a lot of rappers think like that like people are jealous and they want to like literally kill them and I also think they might be paranoid about all of this going away, you know, and them having to go back
Mm,
to the life they lived
that they
before.
had, yeah.
They them having to go back to the life that they rap about. I think that is a very some it's so evident when some rappers are desperate and hungry to not lose this that they'll do anything to keep
Mm,
it. So so
100%.
so I think it's yes, I agree. Yes and no. There are definitely some that are very paranoid, and then there's some who I think have a bit of survivor's guilt. And I think survivor's guilt is its own form of paranoia because it's not true. You know, like you've earned your spot, you deserve to be here.
Right. No, I think it seems like there's varying levels to it, but I like the survivor's guilt aspect of it because that
Yeah.
totally makes sense.
Yeah. So like let's talk about
Yeah.
mental health and like the mental illness rather and the effects of being a famous rapper on someone's mental health. Who can we look at as like a male or female example of the negative or positive impacts of rap and fame on someone's mental health? Cuz I have one person in mind and he just came to the front of my mind and I'm
Oh,
pretty sure you know who I'm going to say.
DMX.
I was going to say Kanye West,
Oh, okay.
who's lost his fucking mind and
Mm-hmm.
has been losing his mind in public for the past decade. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
more. Maybe the past 15 years he's been losing his mind in public. And it seems like he has no one around him to check him. He's gotten too rich, too famous, and he can have anything he literally wants in this world. And now, when people are just no longer, you know, falling for his stunts, now he's just, I think he's become addicted and he's going to do anything to get people's attention, to get people to talk about him. And I think that's a form of mental illness. Like he has an addiction to this. You know, he needs to be at the center of some controversy. He needs people to care about what he's saying, whether it's negative or positive. And now people are paying him
Mm,
no mind. And I think that truly is what's killing him.
that's taking a toll.
It's
Yeah.
taking such a toll on him.
Yeah, no, that's a real good example.
What were you
I
going to
was
say
trying to
about
think.
DMX?
I was just going to say like I know that he had battled with like addiction.
Addiction? Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't and I'm not sure of the full like roots of where his addiction stems from,
Yeah.
but I wonder if it has to do with like the parts of being famous
Yeah.
or like being around it so much. Like when I saw these questions, some other examples that were coming to mind, I was thinking about like Kalani. I
Yeah.
was thinking about obviously Meg the Stallion.
Yeah.
Um, there was one. I feel like I was thinking about ODB as well. Like I was thinking about some rappers who had like overdosed or like
Overdose, a suicide
had addiction.
attempt. You
Yeah.
know, they like it's happened where people they can't handle this, you know, and they turn to drinking and they turn to drugs or they literally
Mm-hmm.
try to take their own life from it and it just becomes like so overwhelming, you know? But I do
Right.
think there are people who we can look at as like a positive example of people who overcome all of that shit, like Megan the
Mm-hmm.
Stallion. You know what I mean? And that doesn't
Mm-hmm.
mean that she's not being weighed down heavily by this because we've seen like she's talked about how heavily it weighs on her, and you really
Yeah.
feel for a person like that because all she wants to do is get away from this, you know? And
Right.
it's like this incessant picking and poking and prodding of her like and no one cares about how she feels, you know?
Right. Right. And I'm sure like in general, all of this can feel so like isolating
Sure.
in general
Yeah.
because it's like, how do other people like how do I how do I find other people who like relate to what I'm going through?
That
And
you
I
can
think
trust.
especially that you can trust as well. And it's like, I don't know, I feel bad for like Meg the Stallion because it's like it's like black women get the worst of it
The
in
worst.
general.
The worst.
And it's just like it's like they're going 10 times harder for
Yeah.
like whatever reason. And it's like just like it's nothing that you can do about it.
Nothing. Nothing you can do about it. And the system will make you feel like you're crazy for calling it out. They're literally trying to gaslight you like what you're seeing in front of you is not real.
Mm-hmm.
So then
Yeah.
moving on to our next question with that just kind of connected to that, do you think
Mm-hmm.
female rappers are more adversely or more affected in general when it comes to mental illness due to their fame? You know, do you think female rappers get it worse than men do?
I feel like it.
Hmm.
I think that we can just see it uh from like from a colorism scale, first of
Yeah.
all, of just like how who they are just in general.
Yeah.
Everything from the way that they are able to perform.
Yeah.
I think that they definitely get it worse than male rappers.
Yeah.
Like there's just the bar is so much higher, and I think on top of like it's the it's being famous, being a rapper, being a woman, a black woman on
Yeah.
top of that.
Yeah.
Like there's more and more layers that I feel like go into it than just them being a rapper.
And then on top of all of that, it's like what it means to be a female rapper in 2025 is to enter this space that's already so contentious. And so every move you make will people will try and align you to one side or another. And
Right.
everything you do will be picked apart and compared to so and so. And
Mhm.
you'll have to pick a side. And so you won't your identity is so attached to other female rappers and the nature of like what this subgenre of rap is so
Right.
not just competitive, but it's to the point where it's almost counterproductive, especially the fans.
Yeah, definitely. And you don't see that with men, like,
No, not at
or
all.
at least as yeah, I was like, or not as much that I can recall.
No, I 100% agree. Um, So I feel for them, because it feels like
Mm-hmm.
they're always being pitted against one another. They're always being held to an impossible standard.
Right.
The scale is always tipping in one direction. They change, like the bar moves for certain, like it's crazy. And then on top of that, they already have to deal with everything that comes with being a woman, which makes
Mm-hmm.
it even
Yeah.
worse. Even worse.
Yeah.
And so I can't imagine
Yeah.
what it's like for them and how mentally draining it can be to do this thing you love when it's become such a point of contention in our culture. And just
Right.
so much like us versus them, no matter where you
Mm-hmm.
stand or who you know.
Right. And I think that's why for the artists who have the vulnerability and willingness to like allow us to see that, I think it's really great for the reasons that you had said earlier of like, when you were in those moments listening to music that like validated your feelings. I think it makes it so great that some of these artists are more vulnerable and speak out openly about how the experiences that they've gone through and
Because
have
they're
poured that into
human.
their musics.
They're human. And I think people really forget that sometimes, especially
Mhm.
when it comes to social media. It's like people forget
Yeah.
that you are a person, and I
Right.
just think the way that I see them talk about people is crazy sometimes.
I know.
Crazy.
I know. It's like go outside, touch
Go
grass.
outside, please. Okay, so then my last question, which I guess is sort of fun, but really I'm just curious about what are some of your favorite rap songs that discuss mental health or paranoia, whether it's negative or positive?
Yeah, the first one that came to mind was like Moody Girl by Meg Thee
Okay.
Stallion. I really like that song
Yeah.
because she talked about like how I don't know, she has these different moods that she goes through
Mm-hmm.
like and it's okay for her to feel those things.
Yeah.
But I think the first time that I really heard her like address, her anxieties and stuff like that was I think her song Anxiety actually
Yeah.
on Traumazine.
Mm-hmm.
Um was another one where I was like, okay, like she can recognize like where she is and it's okay to sit in it, but like
Yes.
not to stay there.
Not to stay in
So
it. Yeah.
yeah, so those are a couple that really kind of
Yeah.
stood out to me.
I have a couple. I think My Mind Playing Tricks on Me by the Ghetto Boys is a really
Mm-hmm.
good one about just paranoia. Anxiety by
Mm-hmm.
Megan Thee Stallion. Cobra by Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
Father Time and Count Me Out by Kendrick for Mr. Morale
Sure.
and the Big Steppers. Phone Tap by Nas, AZ, and Nature. Like I think those are some of my favorite ones where they just talk about what comes with this lifestyle and all that you
Yeah.
carry and just there's a human behind this music and we go through shit too. So yeah, those are
Mm-hmm.
some of my favorites as far as like what
Yeah.
addressing all of that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so
Man,
moving
heavy topic.
heavy, but I'm glad that we were able to talk about it.
And
um
thanks for your vulnerability too.
yeah,
That's
and you as
I don't think it's easy
well.
to talk about this stuff.
It's
So,
really not. So I really
hmm
appreciate you talking to it. I really appreciate you guys for listening. Like I
yeah.
know it's definitely, not something easy and not something people are willing to be open about either. But I think
No,
it's important
exactly.
to. We need to destigmatize it, okay? We
Hmm.
can all be a
Hmm.
little bit crazy, and that's okay.
And that's okay.
That's okay. You're still valid, even if you're crazy just a little bit. Um,
Right.
okay, should we do music recs?
Yeah, sure. Do you have one first?
I have one. My music rec is Hot Outside, featuring Anicia. And it's my
Ooh.
music rec because truly it's like one of those songs where you're just like driving with top down, the sunroof open,
Hmm.
and it's like just it's hot outside. It's a perfect summertime
Hmm.
song. It's Emotional Oranges and Anicia, and I really like her verse on it. I really think this kind of song really suits her sound very well.
What was it called again?
Hot Outside. It's Emotional
Hot
Oranges featuring
outside.
Anicia.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to that one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I feel like mine is gonna be a little bit of a cheat. It's gonna be an R&B girly. I was listening to Coco Jones' album this past
Oh, I
weekend.
haven't listened to that.
It's good. It's
Okay.
actually really good. Or not actually. I think she's a talented artist, but I'm gonna say Taste, because she kind of samples like Toxic from Britney
Oh, I
Spears,
heard about that
and
song.
she sounds incredible. So that's gonna be my rec this week.
Love that. Well, okay,
Yeah.
everybody. If you made it all the way to the end of this episode, thank you so much for listening. Take care of yourself, take care of your mental health, and
Yes.
we'll catch you guys in our next episode. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Where My Girls At, a podcast about Black women in hip hop. Where My Girls At is produced and edited by Mariah Woods and hosted by Mariah Woods and Brianna LaRosliere. Follow us on Twitter at Where My Girls At 2, on Instagram at Where My Girls At _TH, and on TikTok at Where My Girls At Pod. See you next time.